So I have a plan on how to proceed now. And that is that we are gonna turn away from our own desires of moving through Galatia and all of this land here to settle down in Persia for the time being. Instead, we are gonna start acting as mercenaries of sort, aiding the Galatians in their wars against either Archbosporus over here or the Armenians, and looting a lot of settlements in the process, gaining gold, and also, hopefully, getting stronger. Right now, we are kind of weak and we'll have to wait for a few turns until our army somewhat replenish. So we're gonna do that. We also have a slight deficit, but hopefully this will be all good. Tax labor is done, that's good. And this guy has returned home. He was our admiral beforehand. And oh my god, we have another thing here. We have temple sacrifices. Sacrilege. Some fool has been caught defacing the temple of Jupiter. Such matters should not be taken lightly. We are gonna hand him over to the temple, of course, and let the priests deal with him as they see fit. And as I just saw, our units, they are going to replenish for the moment, which is all due to us patrolling this land here. They're not going to be replenishing the next turn, I believe, but for this turn here alone, they are. And we're going to accept that. We should probably start building something here. Just to, like, keep things going. Because we are going to stay for a while and we need some basic form of income. Probably have this fishing port. So we can actually get some food going. Oh my god, with this dictator here, we're actually going to go into a gold income surplus. It doesn't change our public order. But we could actually have this guy here, the one who was our admiral, act as a governor. He will gain experience by staying there, which he has a bit of, so in 6 turns he will gain enough experience to level up his skills to become a much better governor and appease this province here, which will allow our armies here to move out into the world. For the time being, we're gonna try to stay friendly with the Galatians, and hopefully even become allies with them at some point. Get military access so we can actually perform our plan here. So we had a rebellion, which encouraged us. Oh wait, we got public order bonuses from this temple sacrilege thing here, so that's good. That's very good actually. But we need to deal with the rebels. I'm not gonna let them just stand around here and get large and large and steal our income. So we're gonna deal with them. But also, as we do this, we're gonna make a few moves here to ensure. I'm not really sure why we need to do this, but I think it's a proper idea, and I'll just show you once we've dealt with this here. First of all, we will ransom the captives and get rid of them. Nice. Next thing we need to do. Oh yeah, now I remember why I need to do this. What I want to do is get all of our main units, the ones that we use different population sources from, into their own separate army. And then give all these other units here over to the main army. That way, this army here will be able to just move around as they see fit and hopefully replenish much more easily, because they only need to worry about one single population class. Because if there was a lack of a certain population class, the army will be less likely to actually replenish. That's at least in my experience. So hopefully this will change that for the better. And also, we of course increased in rank here, so we're just gonna make these armies a tiny bit better. Marcus Junius Brutus, our new primus inter pares, since this guy here, Decimus, he got wounded and lost that title. He will now become... well, I guess he's gonna stay here in this region here along with all the other units, so he can, in theory, become a righteous sovereign. And also lower empire maintenance. Although that didn't change a thing. Do we have... Probably don't have any Empire maintenance. No, we don't. So that didn't really matter at the moment, which was a mistake from my side. Instead, we should probably go for like... Master of Statecraft, actually. That could be very good. Because this will give us bonuses to other factions and increase tariff income, which we will have a lot of. At least for the time being, it will disappear tariffs once we start moving further inland. So what I've just done is I have decided that I want to go to war against Archbosporus. So we have decided to grant them that ability, or decided to accept that, and now we might be able to get military access. And we can. So now our plan to act as mercenaries is in full effect. We're gonna move out and prepare to get going. We will need some form of an army to defend Sinope as we move out. We're only gonna use one army to go out and raid all of this. But as Archbosporus is a coastal land, or coastal empire, they will be able to attack Sinope from the sea. Which actually might have been a mistake now that I think about it. We should probably have gone for Armenia instead. We will have to cross their lands anyway, so taking on Archbosporus is probably the wrong move, but we will live with that. Trade agreement dissolved with the RDI. That's bad. What happened? Oh my god, it's Persia and these fucking units. They're now moving further north into Illyria. They're getting more powerful by the second. Carthage, can you please get on the move and start dealing with them or something? The Etruscans, they've gone all the way up into Cisalpine Gaul as well, and they have declared war on the Insubres, so they might get way more powerful here in the future. But I guess that's not our issue at the moment. Oh my god, they are at war over here. We are replenishing, and we could probably go down and help them out. You know what? Oh wait, no, they are losing wars. Galatia. Have we joined the wrong side? I have a feeling we might have. But we need to get going here, in that case. So, how far can we go? Okay, it's the Armenians that have taken that settlement. We will go that way, and we're probably going to go to war with them, actually. Once we get closer, at least. Not yet. We're going to take our time. We're probably going to take the settlement, actually, by looting it. And then we might go further inland. And start destroying everything that crosses our path. Back here, we could start recruiting new units. But it's not really worth it. And we can't really afford it either. So we're just gonna hope that this doesn't rebel anytime soon. So our governor has increased in rank. And we actually have a public order surplus at the moment. Which is quite impressive, actually. That we got that going already. But we are now in range to attack Trapezus over here. But we do know that they have an army nearby, so we're going to send out our scouts. And we can see they have the army right there. They have another settlement right here, Coron, and a third one down here. And these are all like regular towns. Which means that we could, in theory, have an easy time here stealing gold. As long as no armies come to attack us. Hopefully there won't be like an Archbosporus army right here to go south and counterattack. But we are gonna go in at Trapezus, I guess. Let's declare war. And have some fun. This town barely has any garrisons, so we're just gonna auto-resolve this. And hopefully we can just loot it as well and get a bit of gold out of it. And yeah, we can get like 10,000 gold. Already a great decision to go this way here. We're gonna leave it as it is. No armies in sight. And everything looks good. Gold mine? We can now see the Cartlet too, actually, and they look very friendly towards us. That's because we have the same enemies. Actually, a lot of the same enemies. Maybe they might become another ally of ours. I've never actually befriended Kartli or the Galatians before. I mean, the Galatians, they're probably gonna die soon. Unless that army we saw earlier around Armesia is gonna go down and liberate their capital. But the Galatians are in deep trouble, which is bad for us. But realizing that Kartli, they are so friendly towards us too, might be a good thing. We have a rebellion, of course, and it is down here Trapezus instead of our capital. Which might be... I'm not sure whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, because we can't deal with the rebellion. I mean, we have this army here that could in theory attack it, but I won't. But also, because it's down here, we really don't need to deal with it, because they might take the town here, but we don't care about the town at the moment, because we haven't completed our mission and can't really afford... Or it's not really within our plans to start expanding yet, so it's alright that we lose the settlement here, so I think overall it's a good thing. Galatia, they have saved their own ass, that's good. Our allies stay alive. So I think we are in a decent position here where we need to deal with an Armenian army here. And a town that is actually not at full strength. That's surprising actually. But first, we need to scout ahead. They can't control this land here, so they won't be an issue for us. So we're gonna go this way here with our scout to look out for armies. And they do have an army here at Tushpa. And that is actually a major settlement that will really hinder our passage here. If we are to go through, at least. And we have the Seleucids down here, so we can't really go through that land just yet. That would be way too dangerous. But we are actually kind of close now to where we need to go. Maybe we should have brought these armies here with us. Because then, Marcus Junius Brutus, this guy here, he could besiege the town, allowing the main army to pass through unscathed. That could actually be an opportunity for us. Lucius Julius Libo, you will now have your own army and will join ours in our march. Actually, I think that was a mistake. I'm gonna disband him again. Because the rebels right here, they will just attack him while we move out. And we need to move out, because I'm not gonna stay and wait. We can actually get some more cavalry units, and I think I'm gonna take that. Get rid of these guys that have no experience and take these guys. There we go. It will put us into deficit again, but we have so much gold right now and we'll get a lot more from these two settlements here. This battle here we will fight because we will take some casualties from auto-solving this one, and I believe we can do a much better job than the AI can. So they sell it out in the field, and we will of course accept such a thing, because that is way better for us than to fight inside the town. And I think we're gonna use a 2x2 setup with a wedge formation. Although we do have the spear units in the center, so it's not really a normal wedge formation. Unless we can use our javelin men here to really punch a hole in the middle. We're gonna have our cavalry here, our lances in the middle, and hope they can just punch through once we make that gap. And then keep these guys here in reserve to intercept enemy cavalry. Our general, he will stay right there. And then let's move out. You guys move forwards. You guys should probably prepare to charge. You have been charged over here. Keep going, keep going. Get around the edge here. Prepare to charge, prepare to charge. Guys do the same. And you might get ready to just do whatever actually. Get over here perhaps. You guys, can you take down them? You guys should go over there. These actual mercenary units, so hopefully we can take them down together. You guys should push further in there. Cavalry can get forward because you also have ammunition that can be used. Our lancers here, they're actually gonna be... They're not gonna be able to push through here. There are too many things going on. But maybe we can get this side here going. Or this one here, so we can just run around. Let's just fire into the middle here, get rid of these guys. These guys are very vulnerable. But focus on the larger units. General, go into a defensive formation. Cavalry, start moving around. Get through, get through. You guys have dealt with your opponents, so just keep moving in there. Same for you guys, target their skirmishers. You guys have punched through as well, keep going. Keep going, there we go. Cavalry, hunt down the remains. But they have spears moving through now, so cavalry, our general here, you'll have to charge in, deal with them. There we go. And we could actually just sack this town here, but I will keep on looting them just because that gives us more gold. If it was the other way around, I would just loot the towns, which probably would be more balanced because that means you don't take the town and get the benefit of actually also getting the gold. So that's a bit odd. But sacking the town should be more beneficial for you. I feel like, at least. But nevertheless, this was Brutus, you increased in rank, and what do you need? Morale for all mercenary units, that could actually be quite good, because we are gonna have a lot of them while we're down here. And it will also lower the cost for them, so yeah, let's go for that actually. Right now, we don't really have that many, we only have these two here. But I think that's gonna be good for us. Very beneficial. Now, with regards to Cardley here, I have an idea. Maybe we can get a military access pact with you too. And move through your land and then move south instead of going through the Armenian main capital down there. But they do not want to deal with us at the moment. Maybe if we start paying them just like we did with Galatia, they will become more friendly towards us. Just perhaps that might work. What about Egypt? You don't want to trade with us yet. Which is sad. I would like to trade with you. But it is what it is. I mean, like, we are actually replenishing quite fast here, and that's because we made that change, I guess. But we only have to worry about one population class, really. So now, for the time being, because we have these weaker units here, we will not have to worry about losing all the many men. Although we will have to worry about the Armenians moving against us with a reinforced and strengthened army. Although for the moment it didn't look all that strong. Oh, and an Armenian army is gonna attack us. That's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Luckily, our army seems to be stronger than theirs, but we will have to fight this nevertheless. Just to get that sweet, sweet battle. So let's get going again. So it's this town here we have to defend. And they basically have infantry units. They have like 2 units of cavalry and that's it. Maybe a skirmisher unit somewhere. But I believe we can deal with this. Let's just try to defend then. Maybe we can lure them into the town here, this area, the main area, and then flank around and encircle them. So let's try to get all of our units away so we can see what we're doing. We're gonna use our Frigid and Axemen as our main core this time here. Maybe not all 4 of them, but 3 on the front line. Actually, 2 might be enough. So these 2 guys should be our front line. You guys will be in the second row, so we have some, I guess, breathing room. Then we're gonna have our Galatian units. Not Galatians, Thracian units out here on this flank here. To flank around. Maybe actually some on both sides. So that general, he's actually gonna move in first, and he is an actual Cappadocian unit. Or Calaphrac unit, I mean. So he's gonna be very dangerous. And They look so cool, I must admit. Like, just look at this. Please tell me we can get some of those into our army. Honestly, if that is gonna be a thing, us getting Cappadocian units, or Cataphract units, I will be so happy. That will be such an amazing campaign to have them on our side for so long in this campaign here, then using them to attack Rome itself. But here they come. We have Axemen, so they, as our frontline units, so they're gonna be in a bit of trouble here. But hopefully the javelins will be enough to just slow them down. They are taking casualties, so that's good. So it's you two here with the front line. Yeah, you are losing a lot of men at the moment. You're even wavering, that's actually insane. Oh wait, that was the other unit, I guess. I mean, it's still insane. You guys, you actually moving out in this direction here, that's bad. Let's send out the cavalry to start causing some havoc, maybe even luring a few units away. The general is already dead. What a charge. These guys won't stand a chance out here. They have already routed. That's actually insane how fast they routed. You guys have already engaged, and that was before we got to perform any rear charges or get any charges in for ourselves. Just like out there. That means we'll need these cavalry units to get things done. Peltas units, start firing on your own now. General, you probably need to get over here. You guys, get over here and support actually. We need you over there. They're gonna be in major trouble. You guys should get in there too. You guys get over here actually. We need some units to get out there and open up this passage here so these Thracian units can get through and start performing rear charges as well. I mean, we are already making a lot of units waver and rout, but we need even more to happen here before we can actually win this. Let's leave that as it is. It's a heroic victory actually. That's because we only lost 250 units while almost destroying not the entire army, but 3,500 basically. Which is basically the army. With that army gone, we will enslave their captives because they are our enemies now. And we are friends. And we are friends with their enemies too. So if we start releasing their captives, we will become disloyal towards them, or they will favor us less. So we need to be harsh towards our enemies now, so we can't just liberate or release captives as we wish. But with basically an intact army, what we are gonna do now, apart from just upgrading all of these units here, or these skills, is we are gonna keep going, go for Asamosata, unless we can get a deal going with you guys here now.
Welcome, friend. Welcome.
Probably can't now that we don't have any border regions to establish trade with you. But you have gold, so you'll be very... well, it will be very tough for us to actually trade with you. Because apparently you people with gold tend to not want to trade. They are much more cautious because they know the value of their resource. We're gonna keep going and we are gonna push this unit here all the way down to the town where they have another army apparently. And I don't think we really can push this here, because if we're gonna attack, they will be able to counterattack with this army here and also the army they have in the capital. So that will be very dangerous for us and we will most likely end up losing the army. So we're gonna have to move back down. But now we can't actually reach the town because we ended up moving out. We're gonna stay right there because if they're gonna attack us, that means we won't have this town here reinforcing our enemies. And oh, we can get these guys here. I don't think they're worth it. So we're gonna keep it as it is. And we need to decide what to research again. Let's start going down this management route here. Start going for trained reforms, perhaps. And apparently Marcus Junius Brutus is about to be adopted. We're not going to accept that because he is the primus inter pares. And we had a guy increase in rank. Our governor here. Now, what should we do with you? Because apparently we do not have any empire maintenance at the moment. But I still believe this is the right way to go down. So let's go for tariffs instead. And this might be the best thing for us. Take down these rebels that captured this town before. And hopefully get a lot of gold out of it. We could actually subjugate them this time around. That's actually an interesting option, but I'm gonna loot this. We don't need any subjects at the moment, they're just gonna turn out to be another issue just like they did over in Thrace. And right now, we could really use the gold. This is the main reason why we are basically acting as mercenaries, so we can get gold. Another thing we probably can do now is get a second dignitary. And maybe even at this point in time, that second general that I was talking about. Oh, look at this. The Galatians, they have now destroyed the Cappadocians and taken Massacre. That's very good for us because the Galatians, the stronger they are, the stronger we are. We can see the Ptolemies, they are quite powerful. But we still have no relations with them at all. I mean, they are friendly towards us, but I would like a trade agreement with you. Can we get that, perhaps? I mean, we can for a lot of gold, but we're not going to spend that on Egypt right now, so we might as well lose these towns in a few turns. We have rebellion, and we have no manpower right now. So we're going to have to destroy them. But I guess we're gonna go, well, yeah, let's take down these guys. Get rid of them. And then, what should we do here? Should we sit around and wait for a few turns? I mean, we could. We do not have any rebels here at the moment. And, no wait, the town is basically ruined. What we should do then is... Actually, let's take Koran. No, we can't because they have an army moving north. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move this way here, up to Phasis. I'm gonna have you guys follow along with us. Perhaps even recruiting units on the way. Like this. We might just increase our deficit overall, but I think it's going to be a good thing for us. Our governor here, we're going to send you down towards our future capital to scout ahead and maybe even start converting the local culture to Roman or Latin culture. You know what worries me? The fact that if we attack Phasis and take it, there might be another army nearby that suddenly will come and attack us. Which I do not want. We can get a lot of cavalry here actually. And I think we will take that. Get rid of some of these units here that we don't really need. These guys we can get more of. And then take all of these 3 units here. They are much stronger than the ones we already have. So now we have a lot of cavalry in our army. And we are going to attack. We're going to send our general here, Lebo, up as well. And then we are going to attack him first, actually. The man outside the town. And we are going to fight this because this is a different kind of enemy than the ones we've been fighting since the start of this campaign. So let's go. Greeks. So we don't really have that much of a front line at the moment. But what we do have is cavalry. We're gonna send our Pontic units or our Armenian units out here on this side, and then our Thracians and Cappadocian units out on the left. Thracian swordsmen, you can stay in behind the cavalry. You're quite weak, so we have to be very careful with you, because I want to keep you for a long time in this campaign here. And then with that, let's approach. We have another general that's gonna arrive here in a moment from this side here. And I think we will be able to make it just in time. Although they are gonna run in and get quite close now. I mean, units should probably go down here and start screening this front here, because our javelin, they're quite vulnerable. Actually, you guys can do the same. Hopefully they're actually not going to charge in. That would be very bad for us. But might as well anticipate such a thing happening, so let's just move into position and take on the cavalry. Because it looks like this is going to be a fight. Get over there and support them. You guys take down this unit here. Let all the other units just keep on running here, so we can take the high ground, and hopefully we can fall back before these guys here start attacking as well. That general, he might actually be dead. That unit is gone, so you can fall back now. You guys should probably get closer to the main army. Same for you guys, you would just stay here, I guess. You guys fall back. Same for you two. Yeah, that general is probably dead. And look at these units here. These are our units. Now we have proper units. This is not exactly the cataphracts I was talking about that I wanted in my army, but you can't say no to these kinds of units here. Look at this. They are fighting for Rome now. That's fucking cool. Let's see here, we need to start this battle here, and they are quite clumped up, so let's just attack right away. Get in there, hopefully lock them all up in a way. Move out along the flank here. Peltas, move forward. You guys move around the flank, same for you guys. Thracian warriors, get in there. Get closer, get closer. So many Armenian units just hammering away, doing Rome's business. This is great. And down they go. And we lost about 100 units or so, and that's more than fine for me. Kill their captives and then take the town. I actually forgot that we had to do this here. So we lost a few more men now. But it is ours, and I think we're gonna loot it again. I was considering occupying it this time around, because we need the manpower. But oh shit. Okay, they have a major army right here, but they can't actually reach us, so that's very good. We might be able to get away in time. And actually another thing we can do here is get some of these local units from Georgia, Caucasian units. I think we're gonna get some of these guys here for the army. Another unique set of units, and once again we should probably go for military logistics just while we're down here. Because we need these conscriptions, the replenishment rate, that is so very crucial for our units this far away from any local culture. Cardley, please tell me that you are willing to become friends with us. You still need to send gifts towards you. We're gonna keep on doing that until you will accept our dealings. I mean, we are so friendly.
You have my full attention.
You are at war with Mediatrapat Khan, the ones we are gonna have to take the land away from.
Be welcome.
If we are to settle at least. New politician elected. Huh, he's become a quaestor now. The Veneti have been destroyed, so we'll lose trade from them. And what happened? I need to know. The Etruscans have taken the town. Okay, they're becoming more powerful by the second, the Etruscans. I guess that's what happens when you take Rome, I guess. Very fascinating. Can't wait to get back there. But by this point in time, I think our expedition here, in terms of just looting and build a few settlements here and there, is over. I think what we need to do now is find a way down to Mada and settle for good so we can start expanding. Let's just make sure the road is safe and that there are no real armies that can threaten us along the path. It doesn't seem like it.
No further orders.
Let's get going then. Oh wait, not good. Don't get too far. There we go. That's the army we have to worry about. They have taken Amavir, the gold mines. And if we are to go through this land here, we're gonna be in deep trouble here because they will catch us, no matter what. That is for certain. Antilles attacks, of course, but we have a lot of units to help defend the town. And we're gonna need all of them. The town is saved, but at what cost? 500 men have been lost, and they still have a few men that are able or would be able to attack us, if they so desired. But we will release these captives here because we don't have any nearby allies that are at war with them, I believe. Maybe the Bithynians, but it should be fine. So we have made it back home now, and our units, they are replenishing again. And in one turn, it seems, well, next turn will be winter, we should have a complete army once again. But we are not going to stay around here for that long. We're going to give you guys over to Marcus Junius Brutus, who will join his brother in arms down here. Cursor, you can stay around and, well, govern Sinope while we are away. But in 2 turns time, once it is spring again, I think we are gonna get moving. We're gonna go all the way from Sinope here, where we have stayed for quite a long time now. Maybe as long as the Thrace, probably a bit longer than that actually. We've made a lot of gold fighting the Armenians and Archbosporus up here, and a few rebels at Trapezus, which now has been taken over by the Bithynians. But we have had a good time here. We have improved our army quite a lot here. We've gained a lot of these Armenian cavalry here. We've gained some Georgian medium infantry, which is quite strong. And we have bolstered our numbers here. They have actually replenished to full strength, basically. So I think we're in a very good and strong position here for what's about to come. The plan on how we're gonna get down to Mada or even further away, I'm gonna tell you in the next episode. So, until then, see ya.